everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. I hope it's been a good one. Today we are doing a little vlog. We're headed to the dog park as we normally do. I feel like I am covered in dog hair today, but like they're sticking everywhere. But yeah, we've got, as you can see, a little special guest. Hi, Bowie. Hi, baby. He's like, get me out of this car so I can run around. So we've got a little special guest. Scott is at a garden party or something like that. So he asked if I could let Bowie out and hang out with Bowie a little bit today. And I was like, yeah, sure. Actually, I had the day off today. I'm on a new work schedule, so I have every other Friday off. And so we had a super lazy day. I did like one load of laundry, made lunch, vacuumed, but other than that, I just laid around, watched YouTube videos, read some news, cuddled with Apollo, watched a National Geographic thing about national parks, and had a really lazy day, which was awesome. So I'm hoping I got my lazy day out of my system for the weekend, so then tomorrow and Sunday we can do some hiking. It's still been pretty rainy here in Colorado, but hopefully it stays clear enough at some point or during the weekend that we can get at least one or two hikes in. But anyway, so I just kind of had a lazy day and hung out with Apollo and Bowie, and then it's already 5 o'clock, and I was like, you know what? Let's do the dog park instead of just a regular walk. So that's what we're headed to go do right now. So we're going to do that, and then probably grab some sort of dinner on the way home and go home and keep hanging out. I didn't diamond paint at all today. I just kind of went with the flow. So maybe I'll do some diamond painting tonight, who knows. But that's what's kind of going on over here with me. And then I'd like to do maybe an early morning hike tomorrow, we'll see. But I do have one of my friends, I'm going with her to the Filipino cultural Filipino Heritage Festival that they do in June every year. They didn't do it for a couple of years because of the pandemic, but it is back, so they're going to do it tomorrow. Her aunt has a stall that she runs there selling, I think, just like gifts and things, but they always, from what I remember from years past, they always had really good food and music and dancers and stuff, so I'm going to go do that tomorrow and potentially help her and her aunt set up, and then either go on a hike or something before or after. I'm not sure. It starts at, I think, 10 or 11, so I've got to figure out timing there. And then no real plans on Sunday, so that might end up being the hiking day, because I was even thinking of maybe going to the amusement park tomorrow, because I have a season pass. So I was like, oh, maybe Scott or somebody will want to come with me. I have some buddy passes or guest passes, and we can go and ride some roller coasters and stuff after the Filipino festival. So, got a frog in my throat. So yeah, we'll see. No firm plans on that, but it might be fun. So, and then Sunday will be the outdoor day. We'll see. So yeah, I have that new schedule, so I'm on 9-hour days. And then every other Friday I get off, and the Friday I don't have off is a short day. It's a regular 8-hour day. So that'll be, I liked it this week so far. It was I felt like tired. You think that adding those 4 hours into those 4 days wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I ended up feeling pretty tired by Thursday. Just that extra hour a day, it got me. So it's gonna take some adjustment. I might have to change up my sleeping schedule and try to get a little bit extra sleep, because I was definitely, by Thursday afternoon, I was just like, oh, get me out of here. But still a good week, super productive, got a lot done. Um, but yeah, and just trying to make sure that everything's buttoned up. That way, my coordinator isn't, left twisting in the wind on those Fridays uh, that I am off. So yeah, first Friday off, a little 3-day weekend, twice a month. I can't beat that. And then it's perfect on weeks that we have a holiday on a Monday, because then I get the Monday off too, and I don't even have to take any vacation time to do that. So yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. As always, leave in the comments how things are going, how you're doing. Um, we're just moving and grooving. I'm trying to vamp a little bit till we get to the dog park, because I don't want to get into my diamond painting stuff and then not have anything to talk about once we get to the dog park. But yeah, outside of that, I'm trying to think of anything else that we have going on this weekend or that I did this week. Nothing too much. Just pretty easy, quiet week as far as just life stuff goes. I did go to Scott's hockey game last night, and that was fun. I was a little bit late because I took Apollo for a walk, and the game was a little bit earlier than normal. It was a 6:15 game, and so I got off work at 4, raced home, grabbed Apollo, kind of, freshened up a little bit, and then got back out. By the time we got back I think we did 3 miles yesterday. By the time we got back, I was like, I have 5 minutes, 5 minutes to get to his hockey game. And then on the way there, we had a family reunion Zoom meeting. My mom's been doing these Zoom meetings, I think once a month or twice a month, to plan and just kind of prep for our family reunion. And so that's happening in August, and there's going to be, I think the final count is 386 people there. So it's this whole huge thing. It's a whole thing. So she's been planning it for over a year now. But it's coming up. We're a couple months away. So she's just trying to nail down some last minute things and confirm some stuff. So I was on the Zoom call driving to Scott's game, and then they were still on the call, and I'm running inside the arena to go sit down and kind of get set up, because that's where I do all my my responses to YouTube comments is on Thursdays at Scott's hockey games. And so I did respond to some earlier this week, I think on Tuesday, because I had a lot coming in. Now that Summer with the Masters has kicked off, I'm getting a lot more traction through the channel. A lot more people are leaving comments, asking questions, which is awesome. But now it's not enough for a 1 hour hockey game for me to get through all of them. And so I tried to do a little bit on Tuesday, but I still, at the end of his game, because I was a little late, by the end of his game, I still hadn't finished. I think I've got probably about another 15 or 20 comments to respond to. And I tried to respond to every single one. Some of them will just be people will comment, gorgeous kit, looks good. And so I'll give it a thumbs up and a heart. But if someone asks a question or writes a few sentences, a comment, then I usually try to at least acknowledge it and be like, hey, I saw it. So I try to respond to every single one. And so it takes a little bit of time, and especially if it's a thinker, or someone will reference a previous video, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to what they're talking about. So it takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna try to get some more done tonight. I don't know if I have any friend plans tonight. My personal preference would be to get some food and go hide in my house and respond to YouTube comments and just get, cozy up with the dogs. But if Scott wants to go do something or, anything like that, then I might change my mind, but we'll see. So, need to do that. But yeah, I got a decent amount of them replied to. So, it's kind of funny, I'll be sitting on my tablet, my iPad, and my iPad has a keyboard. And so I'll be typing away, responding to comments, and I look up, and Scott's playing hockey, and it's like an upper level. It's like a second floor, so you're looking down on the ice. And I'm just like, oh, I'm paying attention. Good job. But I'm like, anyway, what were we talking about? So, but they did good. They didn't win, but they were really short-staffed. They had I forget what the terminology is in hockey, but they're all, it's just like you sign up to play in the league, but not everybody shows up every game. So some nights they'll have like a bunch of extra people on the bench, but last night they only had like 1 or 2 people on the bench, so everyone was playing the whole time. So they just got burnt out like halfway through, or even like the first whatever period or whatever it's called through, and so they ended up losing because the other team had like 6 or 7 people sitting waiting to rotate out so people could take breaks. But they played, like Scott's team played like the whole game just themselves, with maybe one person getting a break at a time, and it was just like you could tell everyone was like like just like dying. Like, I feel so bad. I wish I could go out there and help. Be like a rodeo clown or something. I don't know. So anyway, that was yesterday, and then we came home, and I pretty much just went right to bed. Like I said, it was a long week, even though it was a short week, quote unquote. So yeah, now we're just gonna go bop around. It was raining ever so slightly earlier today, and then it was raining a bunch last night. Oh, sir, you didn't realize that brakes were required on this road, or what? Some guy had to, like, swerve because he didn't brake in time. It's like, no one was moving that fast. You shouldn't have been racing up behind me that quickly. But yeah, the rain has just been really persistent here so far this late spring coming into summer, which is good. I mean, it's better than it being super dry and crispy, but at the same time, everything's just wet and humid, and so many people moved to Colorado for the sunny days and being able to go out and hike and camp and stuff, but we've just been getting hammered with rain so far this season. So like my coworker who just moved here, I think from Missouri or something like that, he's frustrated because he's like, we came out here to like go and play out and go to concerts out at the amphitheater and do this and that. Like the main reason was to get away from weather like this, and now it's like followed us here. He's like, it just hasn't been a very fun year so far. We went right from snow and cold into like just wet rain every day for weeks now. So I'm like, I understand, but I've still been able to get out and do hikes and stuff. Like, you just have to time it right. You have to keep an eye on the weather. And you gotta just prepare. Bring your raincoat. Bring your stuff. It's not the end. A little rain isn't the end of the world. But I think a lot of people move out here for like, oh, it's just gorgeous, clear summer. Summer skies all summer, and then we go right into winter sports, and a lot of times it is like that. But this year in particular, we're getting like a very wet, rainy spring. So. But I like it. It's a little bit different. I like the switch up, and I know it's going to get blazing hot here soon enough. So I'm like, let it rain. Keep everything nice and green and lush, because we're gonna need it, or we're gonna want that when it's 109 and super dry. We're gonna miss these days. So yeah, I think we're going to try to get up into the mountains a little bit. That's on Sunday, if not tomorrow, maybe. But yeah, we'll do a little hiking vlog or something like that. It might just be mostly music, since I'm going to be chatting your ear off today. So I don't know if I'll have anything extra 2 days from now or a day from now. We'll see. But yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this clip so we can get to the Diagkirk. And I'll get these boys all gussied up. I'll put my camera on, and then we can cruise through the dog loop, and we'll talk about our whips. We'll talk about this, that. I want to try to find some time to get to event stuff, just to kind of brainstorm some things there, and then that'll be that. So I'll see you on the next clip. Bye. Okie dokie, I think we've got our recording. We've got our mic on. It looks like that seems to be working. Okay, I think we're good. Ay, ay, ay. I've said it before, but walking two dogs is not my most favorite thing to do. Oh my goodness. Boys, come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's see. We're kind of getting jammed up here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's try to get started. Come on, this way. This way. Okay. Come on. Oh my word. Apollo? Sorry everyone. We got bombarded. Okay, off. Okay, everyone's gonna get off leash now. I can't do the leashes. Come here. Sorry everyone. This is always a pain in the butt getting started with these guys because they just crisscross and pull. I feel like I'm getting yanked apart until we get some kind of direction. They're just it's like herding cats, is that what they call it? But now we're herding dogs. Come on. And there's some strangers' dogs that are following us. Come on, let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's get some distance. Come on. Oh my word. Okay, I think we're pretty well set. Come on. Yeah, I don't know how people do walking multiple dogs. Maybe they just have really well-behaved dogs, but these two are just so all over the place and not at all paying attention to what's going on. Okay, so let me put this around my waist. Okay, so I'm just putting Apollo's leash around my waist. That way I can clip him up there so it's not quite as cumbersome. And then I guess I could do the same with Bowie, but I usually like to have one of them on my waist, one of them on my hands. It's just easier to control. So anyway, hi, sorry. I want to keep walking them both, so I get the practice of walking both dogs, but it's quite the task. It's no easy feat trying to walk two squirrely dogs. Let's go. And last time we were out here, Apollo was so into his smells, he was not listening to anything I was saying. He really ran off super far, and we'll get to that same area, but there's a part up here that is, at least a few days ago, it was completely flooded, completely muddy, and so I was trying to keep him from running into that big pool of mud, and he didn't, but he was sniffing near it, and he refused to come back to me. So I had to just sit and wait it out, and I started walking away from him to convince him to come follow me, and he wouldn't. So I got really far away, and he still would not come, and I was like, oh my God, come on, let's go, get those energies out. And eventually he did come back, and he didn't get all muddy, but I was like, that's it, you're on a leash the rest of the time. Apparently you're in a mood, but I'm trying to be less less stressed about it, because I don't want it to come through on camera that I'm just like a big ball of anxiety when I walk him. Because most of the time I'm not, but yeah, so I think I'm going to try to leave him off leash this entire time. We've been going to the regular, like, enclosed, like, small dog park. And for whatever reason, I don't know why I feel more comfortable with him around other dogs there. Maybe it's because he can't get super far because it's all enclosed, but I've never, knock on wood, but I haven't run into any sort of like issues with him getting aggressive or anything like that. It's always been really good experiences. But for some reason out here, I'm just like, what if him and some other dog just decide to take off, you know, and I can't get him back? But I think with Bowie, he'll be fine. Look at those two, a couple of knuckleheads. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hey, let's go. Apollo. Let's go. Good boy, Bo. Let's go. So yeah, I think Apollo might have a tendency to stay closer with us and Bowie. So that's his little pal. So anyway, let's get to it. We may actually end up doing some music at the end of this one, because I was trying to think on the rest of the drive here, like, what do I have to cover? And I don't have a ton, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, so whips. I put up a video at the time of filming this. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? I put up a video essentially wrapping up my DIY Moonshop kit McKeeling. I decided that I'm kind of done working on that for now. You can go back and watch the video for all the reasons why, but essentially I'm putting a hold on that for the foreseeable future. I don't know if I'll come back to it ever, but I am going to leave it kitted up. I just don't know if I'll come back to it. So yeah, well, I'm curious to see what happens with DIY Moonshop and their site and any changes that they make. But for now, I'm gonna just kind of stop working on that one. Let's go, little Bo. Come on. So there's that. And then I have, let's see, Senorita, no progress. My Jaded Gem Shop Mystery Kit, no progress. Sunset Crossing, no progress. And then my cross-stitch conversion from Francesca Studio Works and Heaven and Earth Designs. That's Darth Vader. It's one of the, I guess Darth Vader isn't a princess, but it's a princess, one of the princess panels from Mandy Manzano, but it's Darth Vader. No progress on that one. And then I have Crimson Oracle from Craftably, no progress there. And then my Summer with the Masters kits. So Moussenet Laubmoose from Ernst Haeckel. That one, I got the entire top row done. So it's like the first, ew, what is that? Bugs are weird. It was like a little beetle or something, but it was doing something weird. It was like crawling on its like hind legs around. I'm like, ugh. So the first 3 squares, 3 sections, so 30 drills down essentially, and then all the way across, which is 85.5 centimeters. So it only equates to like 6% complete, maybe 7, but that's done. I'm gonna do some more research into that artist. It's been a little bit harder researching. The heck was that? A little bit harder researching than Gustav Klimt, but it'll be fine. If anything, I might mix that with like something else, but we'll get to content stuff anyway. So that is about 7% done-ish. Looking really good, but very slow going. And then I have Lady with the Fan from Gustav Klimt. That's my Diamond Dots kit, my pre-packaged round drill kit for Summer with the Masters. That one I'd say is 75% done. I'm hoping by the end of this long weekend I will, I don't know, I'm thinking I could maybe finish it. I've just been taking photos of it as I finish a few sections just to have those in the bank. That way I can provide little progress photos on Instagram. I talked about this in a vlog, I don't know how long ago, and I'm pretty sure this is common with a lot of diamond painting content creators, but I will do like a session of diamond painting and finish a section, take a picture of it, finish a section, take a picture of it, and then stagger those posting on Instagram. So it gives me, you know, even though I might be done with the kit, according to Instagram, I'm still like halfway done, you know? So it just buys me a little time so I can take a break and have a few days off if I wanted to stop diamond painting. But it still looks like I'm making daily progress or every couple day progress. So I've done that since I started diamond painting, or started that Instagram, as just like post ahead, my postings are always a little bit delayed, I should say. That way I can take a break if I want to. So anyway, yeah, I may or may not be able to finish that kit this weekend, which would be really nice. It's looking fantastic. I can't wait to share that finish with you at some point this month. And then I'll most likely be turning all of my focus to my cross stitch conversion, because it's going to require a lot of time. So I'm not going to be able to finish that cross stitch conversion during the event. It might even be my kit that I go into cross stitch conversion 2023 with, just because of how detailed it is and how time consuming it is. So my hope is to get it done by the end of the year. But we shall see. So this is where that muddy area was at up here. So we'll see if it's still like that. Apollo, let's go this way, guys. Come on. I've got a couple that's got their dogs that will most likely be intersecting us. So I'm gonna try to avoid that. Come on, boys. So that's all my whips. I don't have a lot of progress on anything other than my Summer with the Master stuff, because that's all I've been working on. And now that McKeeling's kind of out of the way, that frees me up. I think, you know, this year, obviously, I'd like to get my cross-stitch conversion for Summer with the Masters done by the end of the year. That's one goal. And then try to get through my other whips. So that would be my... You guys are gonna get muddy buddies over here, but that's okay. That's okay. You're supposed to be dirty dogs, huh? Apollo's like, yeah, I see that mud up there. That other couple's like yelling at their dog not to get into that puddle that was over there, but you know what, boys? You get to be gross dogs. You get to be dogs today. It's okay. So, yeah, if I could get my cross-stitch conversion for Summer with the Masters, my Mousse de Lob Mousse done this year, if I could get my... Oh, how am I going to get around this is the bigger question. If I could get my Darth Vader cross-stitch conversion done, get that out of the way, and get Crimson Oracle finished, then the only things that I would have left in my whip pile are the ones that have no drills on them, which I don't always like technically count as whips because there's no drills down on them. So when you think about it like that, it doesn't seem like a lot. Like, okay, I just need to finish 3 partially completed projects by the end of the year, 6 months, but this cross-stitch conversion is huge and it's very detailed, so who knows. But I'd like to get all that done. I also just kind of forward thinking about upcoming events after Summer with the Masters. I have the Wicked Witch from Enos Guerrero that I had set aside for the Oz and Og event, which I'm assuming is still happening. So I have that earmarked to participate in that event. And then, of course, Drills and Chills and Festival of Witches. I've got 2 Ivy Dolomar kits set aside for those events. So I'm like, okay, well, that's 3 more projects that I'm going to try to work into everything else. So it starts to like balloon, you know, of like all the things. So we'll see. But yeah, and then going into next year, I'd love to get Sunset Crossing done, get my Jaded Gem Shop mystery kit done, and then, I mean, who knows what happens after that. So yeah, I'm just trying to think about things and what makes the most sense. There is one other kit that I'd like to get done between like maybe September and October. But I don't want to reveal why I want to get that done until I film that series. So, and who knows, other things might jump in too. You know, who knows if I'll have more opportunities to do like a series or something like that. But that's kind of rough things that I'd like to get done. And then who knows what next year holds. There's so many ideas that have popped into my head of like, I should just commit and do this theme the whole year. One of them was like, make all of 2024 all about Alphonse Mucha and just get all of my Mucha panels done in a year. I was like, no, nope. No. So that idea went out the window. One of the reasons why that came to my mind is I want to get one more of the gemstones kits from Enabler's Outpost. I think I want to get Emerald, because right now I have Amethyst. And then Diamond Painting Shop came out with a new series of Mucha panels that are based on the times of day. So it's like morning, afternoon, evening, and like night. And they're stunning, incredible. I love them all. I was like, I should just get all 4 of these right now. And I was like, no, wait. So I think I might pick 2. I was talking to Katie about it. I was like, I think I just have to get these 2. So that might be something I pick up sooner than later. And then I got in, as far as like stuff that's on its way, or no, it's not on its way, it's here. I got in Garden of Earthly Delights, the centerpiece from Jaded Gem Shop, and it looks great. I may have mentioned it already, but I tried to do an unboxing of that kit and I was just not in a good mood. I was fussing with the canvas is 120 by 130 centimeters, so it's nearly impossible to film on like my table. I was just struggling and fussing with it, trying to show everyone. Bowie, go on. He likes to walk right behind my legs and my feet, so I'm walking and he's like stepping on the back of my shoes. So we can't have that. But yeah, I was just fussing with it and just struggling with this unwieldy camera and knocking the camera over, or unwieldy canvas, knocking the camera over. I just wasn't having a good time. So I listened back to the clips. I'm like, I sound like I'm like pissed, like I hate this thing, and that's not it at all. It's stunning, but I just couldn't get excited about it as much as I wanted to, because I'm just like, okay, hold on, let me try to, I'm gonna move, let me see if I can move this over, let me try to, and it's just like, oh my gosh. So I'm gonna re-film that, but it looks fantastic. Apollo. Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to trust him more, let him be free. So I'm gonna refilm that, but it does look really good. I'm just walking by someone right now. I'm gonna cut the clip and we'll come back when we're done. Hold on. Oakley. Sorry about that. The wind's definitely picking up, so I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me. Hopefully the microphone's doing its job. It says it's still recording. And these headphones are just getting to be pesky. I think I'm gonna start wearing my my earbuds and not these over-the-ear ones because they get hot. Come here. Let's go, Bo. Come on. Come on. I love when he runs. Look at his mouth. Hi, buddy. Hi, sweetheart. The one nice thing that, well, not one nice thing, but a nice thing about walking with Bowie is he's much more of a human dog, like loves his humans more than he loves dogs. And he's not aggressive or anything, but when he's sniffing around other dogs, he kind of gets over it right away. And I just have to be like, hey, Bowie, and he'll come back to me. Even if there's like a whole pack of dogs, he'll leave them to come back. Whereas Apollo's like, bye, see ya never. He wants to just sniff and figure out which one's gonna play with him. So that's kind of nice, to be able to corral Bowie a little bit easier. Come on. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh geez, what were we talking about? We were talking about the Garden of Earthly Delights. So yeah, I was just in a mood when I tried to unbox that, and I just got flustered with how unwieldy a canvas of that size is. So I'll retry, but I'm probably just gonna do a pan over of it at the beginning of the video and then just leave it fixed in place for the rest of the video, because trying to scroll that thing down and zoom out enough so you can see it, I was like, nah, it's too much. But it is gorgeous, so let's go. It is really pretty. So I told Jade that I was ready to get the rest of those pieces, because there's 4 more. There's the left and right panels for the inside, and then there's left and right panels that go on the outside. It was originally displayed in a cabinet, so the front of the cabinet doors had 2 paintings, and then you open it up and then you had left, center, right on the inside. So she's gonna work on the other 4 for me, and who knows, things may change if Diamond Art Club comes out with some smash hit Yume Art or Ivy Dolomore kits. But other than that, I don't think that's the end of my purchasing for the year. I've really lost steam in just like buying kits to buy kits. I think it's been about 3 months since I've ordered from Diamond Art Club. And even in their most recent anniversary releases, even those Yume arts that did get released, I think one was called like Wishing Tree or something like that. And then there was another one, I forget, but neither of them really spoke to me. And I kind of lost my buy them no matter what if it's from this artist. I used to feel like that about Yume Art and Ivy Dolomore, and now I'm just like, nah, if I'm not like freaking out about it, then I'm not gonna get it. So yeah, didn't buy anything during the anniversary release, and nothing that they've announced so far this week has called to me either. We'll see, maybe something will jump out to me. Apollo, this way. Hey, come on, let's go. See, this is what he did. I'm telling him to come to me, and he's like, no, I'm gonna go away from you. So yeah, nothing really has been speaking to me from Diamond Art Club, which is okay by me. I don't need anything else. But yeah, there's a few Yume art images on their Instagram and a few on Ivy Delamore's that I'd love for them to do. But other than that, I'm just kind of holding out. So yeah, I think that the final order will, some of the final kits that I'll probably get this year, probably one more from Enabler's Outpost, 1 or 2 from Diamond Painting Shop, and then those 4 from Jaded Gem Shop, and then I think I'm good. I really do want to put like a more hard stop on buying any kits until I can get my stash down. Apollo, easy. Hey, stay. Good boy. Just because, yeah, I think I have enough, more than enough. So, oh, look at these husky babies. Hold on while I get through this pack of dogs. Okay, we're good, we're good. He wanted to play with them so bad, but especially with huskies, when they take off. So I'm like, my dog is a total bad boy instigator. He will get your dog to run off to the next town. And he does not listen. He won't come back. So it's like, I'll just keep him on leash for that. But yeah, the other thing I totally forgot that's happening on Sunday is I'm doing, well, at the time of filming this, it will have already happened, but, or at the time of this going up, I mean, but this weekend, at the time of filming this, I'm doing my D-stash. So, yeah, I have 40 kits that I selected. I originally had closer to like 30 something, but I took a look at the list again, made some extra hard decisions, and picked a couple more square drill canvases that I am okay letting go. It's painful, but I'm gonna do it because just for the sake of time. Like I've overbought, and I want to kind of trim things down and start focusing on like kits that really, really, truly speak to me. And so I think a lot of that's going to be old masters, and then like some Ivy Delamore kits, some Yume Arts, some, little odds and ends, Abraham Hunter. As far as like big old squares, round drill kits are I'm a little bit more like I'm more okay with because they just tend to work up quicker. But now I'm thinking, if in the future I want to get like an old masters from Jade or something, I might start ordering them in rounds, because the detail that she's able to get even in her round drill kits is really awesome. Like, they're great. So I might try doing like a big old masters, like high detail kit in round and see what that looks like. Because I unboxed Autumn from Alphonse Mucha from Jaded Gem Shop, and that was in a round, and it looks great. So, and then I think someone mentioned, I replied to them, but somebody mentioned in one of my comments, Anthony, why are you quitting squares? And I was like, I haven't. If I'm gonna do a square drill, it's usually gonna be a cross stitch conversion or like a giant, huge, like old masters piece or something really big. I have a lot of squares still in my stash, but I've found that I like working on rounds a lot because they go quickly and they give me a break between my bigger square drill projects. So I don't love them anymore, less really. It's just my stash was definitely imbalanced. I had like way more squares than I did rounds, and so I'm just trying to balance that out by destashing some squares and purchasing more rounds if I get to pick the drill shape. So don't worry, you're still gonna see me deal with the crazy amount of square drill kits. I have a ton of really large square drill kits So, and the cross-stitch conversions alone. So yeah, and my current cross-stitch conversion, which those are always squares, is like 85, I think, by 120, the Mucinet Laub moose. So you'll see a lot of squares come in your way. I just tend to work up rounds faster, so when I kit one up, I usually finish it faster than a square. So anyway, but yeah, I envision my stash. Let's say in a perfect world, I'm able to destash everything that I have up. Then I will be down to about 65 kits, I think, 65, 70 kits. And the majority of those are going to be, it's still a really good mix. I have a little bit of everything, but it's starting to come down to like stuff that I really love. So, and who knows, there are I think two or three more kits, at least at the time of filming this, that I was like, if I get a wild hair and things are going well and there seems to be a lot of engagement on the D-stash, if I'm feeling particularly spicy, I might throw a couple more in there. I just need to like write down what I want to price them at, but I don't want to list it in the Google Doc because that's open for everyone to view, and I don't want people to see it ahead of time. So I think I'm just gonna like on the sly write down how much I want to sell them for, and if I'm feeling particularly spicy, then I might say, you know what, surprise kit coming up to the auction block, it's this one, but we shall see. I don't know if I want to do it. It's just a couple kits that I really love, but I'm like, in all practicality, when will I get to this, you know? So I was even thinking of, hey, absolutely not. Apollo, come on. Hey, Apollo. Sorry guys, he just crawled through the fence. Hold on. This dog is such a little turd. He just like, he's such a dog. It's like the one break in the fence. He's like, let me just crawl through here and see if I can give Dad a couple gray hairs today. He seems like he's in a good mood. Let me give him a reality check. Because once you go over that fence, it's just like a neighborhood. I'm like, if he just decides that he wants to go run through houses and backyards, I don't think he would, but you know. So what was I talking about? Okay, so yeah, I had another idea too. I was like, maybe I won't have like I'm feeling spicy, let's de-stash some of these other kits. But I was thinking I'll have one hall pass, meaning, because I've been on the other, and just so you know, once again, you've probably already seen this. Apollo, hey, no, stop trying to go off on the other side of the fence. It's already happened, but I'm doing that D-stash as a live stream. So what's going to happen is, at least this is the plan, is I'm going to go live and I'm going to have a little special guest with me. It's Mary from Mary Making Crafts. She's kind of the record keeper. And so I'm going to have my spreadsheet with all the kits I'm de-stashing. I'm going to make her a version that has them all written out, and then she can fill out the person's name or their YouTube handle. And then I'll just say, all right, first up is Space Dragon. I have the price set at $45. Once Mary puts the green light up, the first person to claim it will write it down, and that's it. We move on to the next one. And I'll put them up for like a maximum of like a minute or two, and if there's no people that claim it, then we move on. Apollo, stay with me, buddy. Hang on. Go. Stay with me, be good. This way, Apollo, this way. Come on, this way. Let's go. Sorry. He's getting on my nerves, guys. Sorry. He's generally well behaved, but following commands and going where I want him to go is like, that's one thing we really struggle with is, and it's very typical for that breed, but I hate it. Anyway, so yeah, we'll leave it open for like about 2 minutes. I think just a minute, because 40 kits. Plus we're gonna be jibber jabbering and chatting with people in the chat and stuff. So I'm like, 40 minutes just in potential waiting. That's a long live stream. So I think 1 minute, if no one claims it, we set it off to the side and just let people know at the very end, like, here's what's left. Does anybody that came in late, are those things that you might want? And I'm also gonna do a couple disclaimers at the top because you guys have been so awesome in leaving in the comments like, this is the one I want, this is the one I want, I want this one. Or I'm getting emails or like Instagram messages and I'm like, okay, well, we'll see you on the live, because I'm not like pre-selling anything. So there's gonna be people that get comments snatched where somebody else's comment shows up before theirs and they really wanted it. Like, that's just the nature of doing D-stashes, is sometimes someone's got faster fingers than you, but it's just kind of, there's nothing I can really do. I don't have more than one of each, you know? So it's just whoever says claimed or mine, after Mary puts up the little green light, whoever's comment is first, that's who gets first dibs. And I don't think we're gonna record like second and third dibs if the sale falls through or anything like that. If it does fall through, then I'll just put it back in my stash and we'll do this again maybe at the end of the year or next year. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna try to make it really simple and then also really simple for me. And I got all of the packages. I purchased a bunch of boxes, a bunch of those bags that you see a lot of diamond paintings get shipped in. I purchased packing tape. I have a pirate ship account now. So I think I have everything I need. But yeah, so going back to that hall pass idea. So what I think I'm gonna do, if I don't just decide just to put a kit up just for funsies, I've seen in other D-stash videos or live streams where someone will be like, hey, you have this in your stash. I know that you said that you weren't gonna sell it, but would you ever consider it? Or like, geez, I really wish that you had this one on your D-stash list. I've been looking for it forever. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll only do it one time, but the first person that makes that comment of like, I looked at your stash and I really wish that you were putting Sakura Festival up for grabs. The first person that does that, I will put it up. Doesn't matter what it is, I will do it. I thought that'd be kind of cool, like a little, let's make your dreams come true today. But I would only do it the one time because I don't want it to balloon into like, now I'm giving it, like now all my kits are gone that I really want. But yeah, if someone has like this is my unicorn kit, I wish you were de-stashing that, I'll be like, you know what? I'll probably tell Mary, we're only doing it one time. I guess this will be my record. I'm stating it now that I will only do it one time. One lucky person, if they ask for a kit that I did not have on my D-stash, no matter what it is, I will let it go. Oh gosh. But I do want to de-stash a little bit, or a lot of it actually. I wish I could narrow it down to getting rid of half of my stash, but 40 was already kind of pushing it, and it might be closer to 43. Apollo, come here. Let's go. Come here. Apollo, come here, babas. Come here, Pierka. Stay. Hey, easy. Boys, Bowie, stay. Good boy, stay. Apollo, easy. Apollo. There you go. So yeah,
I don't know. Of course, you know, I'll get to all of these kits in time, but I have been like, even just this week, I've been diamond painting a decent amount, but like I've been thinking a lot more about like the summer plans and the camping plans. And another video that I put up recently was a skincare vlog, kind of special edition vlog. And it was super duper long. It's the longest video I've ever filmed. It was like 3.5 hours long. But it really like reminded me how much I loved talking about skincare and learning about products and like spending more time for self-care. So this week I have been like, you know, making this decision like, okay, I have 30 minutes before bed. Do I want to keep diamond painting or do I want to do a sheet mask and just lay back and listen to like relaxing music or chill music? And I've been doing a lot more of like the sheet masking and self-care, and like I've just been spending more time thinking about that kind of stuff and just like thinking about my other hobbies that I kind of bailed on when I found diamond painting. And so this week I've been trying to put into practice finding more of a balance. So I have been diamond painting a little bit less in general. And so yeah, I'm not really sure, you know, what the future holds for me there once Summer with the Masters is done and once Cross Stitch Conversion 2023 at the end of the year is done. But I'm like, maybe, you know, maybe I'll start finding more of a balance where I'm just doing regular content and not really, you know, like giving every minute of my free me time to just this one craft or this one thing. So that's another reason why I'm like, maybe I should destash a little bit more than I'd like to, just because I don't know if I'll really get to a lot of it, and who knows, maybe I won't be diamond painting in a couple of years, you know? So I'm just trying to continue to find more and more of a balance. And I've hit the year mark. I did not celebrate it whatsoever. I probably should have, but I hit the year mark with my channel last week at the time of filming this, or a couple weeks ago. I didn't even acknowledge it because I've talked about it so much. I've talked about, you know, diamond painting for a year, but the channel starting was different. I guess I just didn't really think about it. But I think maybe I'm like the honeymoon stage of this craft is starting to fade. Like 1 year, I'm now at what, like a year and 3 or 4 months since I started diamond painting, and it's not that I'm not hitting a slump by any means. It's just like, okay, now it's not so much like the only thing I want to do, you know? I'm like, I kind of want to get back into my skincare stuff, and we're going to be camping a lot, and, you know, so it's summer. Summer is definitely going to be the season where I'm diamond painting the least. So yeah, I think I'm just going to kind of keep going with what I'm doing. And, you know, if it means more vlogs and less like formal videos, that's fine. That's mostly what I do anyway. So not so much of big changes to content. I'll always want to talk, but it's like, okay, well now I'm not gonna, like I might only get through 5 kits a year or 6, you know? This way. Hold on, we've got a confluence of dogs. Let me pause you. Okie dokie. We got past the majority of folks, I think. I really do need to, like, even though like right now is not the best time financially to like jump into the dog training, and that's like one of the reasons I've been waiting, is like wait till like a couple more bills are paid off, wait till you have that extra, you know, those extra funds sitting around, because professional dog training is not cheap. But the more I wait, the harder it's going to be to get him trained to the point where he will listen around other dogs. But like when it's just he and I, it's not an issue. Like when we go on our solo hikes and stuff, he's pretty darn good, you know, but the second another dog or dogs are around, there's nothing I can do to get him to come back to me. I could walk a mile away, and he, like, sometimes he'll break away from the other dogs to come back to me, but the majority of the time, no. He, like, if it's a dog that wants to play with him, he doesn't hear me. And it gets really frustrating because I can tell other owners get annoyed, like, okay, your dog's a little relentless. We'd like to keep going on our walk, but he doesn't know that. So sometimes the other owner has to grab him to give him to me so I can pull him away from the situation. And he's not, once again, not aggressive. He just won't come to me. He wants to sniff, he wants to play, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. And it gets really frustrating. But anyway, so I think I might just need to bite the bullet and just start the training, even though it'll be a little tight, but I just can't. It's hard to have him off leash at a dog park like this, where it's not. I think that's the reason I like the enclosed one that's smaller, is because they're all just running around in circles and stuff, and you know, it's not like people are on a hike trying to move forward. Everyone's just kind of standing around while their dogs play. But here it's like people are on a mission. They're trying to get their walk done. And when an Apollo runs up and just like completely bombards them and won't leave them alone, even if it's playful and nice, they're still like, all right, we'd like to keep walking now. Like, people are out here to like get exercise and stuff. So maybe I keep him on the leash here, and then he can have his off-leash time at the smaller dog park, where the expectation is to like sit on a bench while the dogs go nuts, you know? But out here, it's just, you can tell people like, they're like, it's cute for like a couple minutes, and then they're like, get your dog away. Like, we're trying to keep moving, you know? So I feel bad for him. I just wish I want to train him that when other dogs are around, he can play for a second, but when I call him, he comes back to me, and he doesn't do that. So, right, Apollo? You're a little turd. You're a cute little fluffy turd. Anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping the D-stash goes well. I'm hoping to clear a good amount of what I'm putting up out. If not, I'll save them for the next round and maybe price them a little bit lower. I'm not sure. I essentially did, like, most of the kits are 20 to 25 bucks off of their listed price, to account for the fact that you won't earn points. It voids the warranty. Sometimes my sticker sheets are really messed up because I've done the unboxing. Sometimes they're not going to come with boxes or toolkits. So I've tried to like account for all that stuff and mark them down accordingly. Some of them are more deeply discounted than others because they just, from what I could tell, weren't super popular on the Diamond Art Club site. Others are closer to the original price because it is something that's discontinued or out of stock or a mystery kit, you know. So, but I tried to be pretty fair. The other thing I had to take into account is like buying all the boxes and the bags and the tape and all of that stuff. Like, you know, I think the boxes were like $40-something for 20 boxes, and then, you know, so I'm just trying to work all that stuff into it too, so I'm not, you know, completely losing out. But I did what I thought was fair, or what I'd be willing to pay for a kit. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm hoping the pricing is okay. I asked a couple people for some advice on it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. So we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm hoping that people stay engaged. The other thing that I'm going to do, I need to finish picking these out, but I have, I'm going to be throwing in a little nifty gifty with each kit that's sold. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's say Ronin Rising is up for D-stash, and someone claims it. We'll write their name down, and then I'm going to say, okay, pick a number between 1 and 40, however many kits there are, and I'll have a bunch of little gifts that have little sticky notes on them numbered 1 through 40, and I'll throw in that little gift with whatever they purchased from the D-stash. So I guess I can spoil it now since this will have already happened, but I'm planning on doing some square glitter drills from Mooney Made. I have a bunch of extras of those. I've got some bags of 5200 square drills that have just been sitting around, so I don't know if anyone would ever have a use for extra 5200s, but I've got those. I may not include those. I might just throw those in just randomly because that's not really a prize necessarily. I've got some rose gold diamond painting tips that I don't really use. I have about 4 or 5 diamond painting pens that I don't really use from just, they just came with like gift sets and stuff. They're nice ones. They're not just like the plain like plastic, straw looking ones. They're nice ones, but I just don't really use them that often because they're too thin. And that one of them I think is even an Enabler's Outpost pen. I have some, I'm gonna go through my Mary Mud and see which ones I haven't stabbed yet, and probably pick a few things of Mary Mud just to throw in there. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. You're too much, you're too much, you're done, you're done. Sorry, I'm sorry. If you're not gonna listen and be feisty, then you gotta be on your leash. I'm sorry. I can't do it today. Bowie, come on. So, hey, he's fired up now. You're on timeout. Come on, Bowie, get in front of us. Go, 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 go. And then I have, I think, a kit, maybe 2, in addition to everything else that I'm gonna put a sticky note on, and if someone picks that number, no, I think I'm just gonna do 1. I'll do 1 of those sticky notes will have a number on it, and if someone picks that number, then you're getting an extra kit in your D-stash purchase. And I think I figured out which one I want to do as well. So, all right, we've got another couple dogs up here. Let's see which way they go. I guess Apollo's on his leash, so it's not that big of a deal. Hold on. This dog. So, yeah, just some little giveaways, 1 through 40. I just got to find 40 things to give away that are like, nothing too great, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I wouldn't want a bag of 2,200 square drills. Like, okay, cool. Like they're not even glow drills, they're just white drills that I haven't found a use for. So yeah, I'll try to find something. I'm thinking I also might do like gifts that I do not have in hand. The sticker will just say like $10 DP with Sparklers gift card or something like that. Just a couple little things. And so everyone who bids gets a little something, or anyone who claims a kit gets a little thank you as well. So maybe I'll do like 1 through maybe I won't do all. I don't know if I'll do enough for everyone, because I'm like, the fact of the matter is I don't have 40 giveaways, and I was trying not to spend money on the D-stash, like the gift cards and stuff. I was like, maybe a couple like $10 gift cards I can do that, but I was like, maybe this will be a good way for me to like give away some stuff that's just been hanging around in my stash that I just don't use. Like maybe like a little sticker set, like a few stickers or something like that. Who knows? I was just trying to do a little something nice, like as a little thank you for participating in the D-stash. So we'll see. Come on. Well, once again, we've made it to the parking lot, and I really didn't talk about event content creation stuff. So hopefully I will, future Anthony will remember to do that for the next vlog, because yeah, there's just a couple things that I wanted to chat about when it comes to content creation around like events and stuff. So yeah, we'll save that for when I go on my hike this weekend. But it was a really pretty day. The sky is cloudy, but it wasn't thunderstormy, which is nice. So but yeah, I'm gonna get in the car, go find myself some food. Scott did text me, so I'm not sure if he's done with his garden party, but maybe see if he wants to grab some food, go hang out, or if we're just gonna do a crash at home kind of thing. Me and Apollo, we shall see. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.